Paris is a glorious city for lovers, romance and tourists to go sightseeing in. However, I wanted to explore this city not as a tourist, but as if it were my very own home. To truly get beneath the surface of the town, to uncover the local hotspots and discover the delightful food, wine and of course, people. Nobody likes waiting in airports, and with some time up my sleeve, I was relieved to see that my Uber app was available in Paris. I quickly scanned the area and could see a number of eager drivers waiting to swoop in. I made a dash for the exit, requested my Uber, and voila, there was our driver in waiting. And very polite, he was too. It was an effortless way to glide towards a Parisian apartment in the heart of Saint-Germain. Peering out of the window, I was greeted by a growing intensity of authentic sights and sounds. It was a relief not to fiddle with local currency as I strolled to the front door. Since I wanted to live like a local, I opted to rent a cute apartment in the very trendy Saint-Germain. The elevator was tiny, a bit like opening a can of sardines. Time to go exploring and get lost in the city. It's fun to point yourself in the general direction, to wander around and discover a city. Food was a fun part of my daily activities, and I was fortunate enough to eat at Paris's trendiest and newest additions. My first destination was Chef David Tutan's self-named restaurant in the Seven. The experience was like watching your favourite taste performing in costume, where the looks deceive the taste. I was surprised by the unexpected set of flavours and textures that emerged from the visual presentation of the food. And delicious this degustation was. Le Marie Celeste was the perfect detour before my late dinner reservation. This cool cocktail lounge has eclectic tasting plates, trendy decor, and even hipper diners. I had the signature Scotch egg and a perfectly balanced cocktail before setting off to my next eating destination. Septime is considered a must-eat destination, so I wanted to see if it would live up to the hype, and that it did. This was one of my personal favourites. Getting a table is as much about luck as it is persistence. If you miss out on Septime, their sister restaurant Clamato is right next door. Put your name on the waiting list and pop around to their bar, Septime La Cave. It's the locals' meeting point. Pull a seat up at the bar and do make sure you order the plate of saucisson whilst you wait for your call. Now, aside from the spectacular fine dining, I loved the foodie providors to be discovered in almost every Parisian neighbourhood. Here are my favourites. Folks and Sparrows had just opened weeks before our visit. I started chatting with Franck, the owner, a very cool bearded Frenchie. Franck makes sandwiches with first-class attention. Watch out, your stomach will rumble as slices of the best ham in Paris, real New York pickles, mustard, some high-quality Comté cheese, and a vinegar and spicy red pickle sauce, and voila, my sandwich was ready. The coffee is also one of the best we had in Paris. I washed this down with some of the best cold-pressed juices in town. Mozza was a great tiny hole-in-the-wall sandwich and Italian providor, where cold meats are cut to order to make up your own special sandwich. Coutume Cafe is owned by a passionate French-Australian duo whose shared goal was to revive the Parisian coffee scene. The cafe features a lab-like appearance with a diversity of coffee brewing contraptions, including the smooth 24-hour cold drip coffee.